Snappity, snappy, we are back.
Once again.
It is good to be back.
And this time around, we come back with 1K.
Okay, keep it up on YouTube. Mr. 1K.
Miss 1K?
Yeah, keep it up.
Snap off for 1K.
Snapulala, guys. Snap it. Otherwise, we
Thank you,
come
man.
with another topic. My name is Dombi, and he is Sipo, and we're snapping at every topic that makes your fingers
Snap at every topic that makes you join the 1K.
snap.
I'm still excited about the 1K. I mean, thank you, man. Thank you
It's
very
very,
much
very
for
exciting.
subscribing. You
So what is...
sends a bond, man. I'm happy.
He's really happy, guys. He's really, really happy.
I mean, I'm happy for the support. I mean, you guys subscribe, you know, so I think you guys deserve.
And they listen to our content.
Yeah, man, you deserve to say thank you. When we have a lot of money, we'll give you money.
Yeah.
I don't know when we're gonna do money.
I don't know when.
I don't know when.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like when we have it, she takes it out.
Alright, guys,
Like,
that is not the topic. So the topic for today
Everything
is...
that comes, Toby takes it out, but it's fine.
Show them the topic.
Oh, the topic for today, it is boys, men, and menstruation.
Yes.
Menstruation.
Period.
Period,
It is,
man.
it is period.
I don't want to do that.
Please do it. Period. So we're speaking about periods and how men like react to it and how boys should react to it and etc. And I think this topic we've never spoken about it, but
even us as a couple.
as a
man.
couple, it's just one of those things that as a lady I always try to hide it, but Osipo angaboni ba it's that time of the month, don't, but eventually
You get to pick it up.
You pick
know.
it up
As
because
a guy, you get to pick it up. Okay.
she's
On
moody.
certain days like this, we don't play at night.
Yeah, man,
You know, like, you always know, on month end in this house, you're not playing. It's not playing.
and I'm moody.
Yeah, it sets the moods.
And then I'm
1 plus 1
cleaning.
is 2, 2 plus 2 is
Yeah, I'm
period.
Period. So tell me, when you think about period, what comes into mind?
Period, just for clarity's sake, period and menstruation is the same thing.
Yeah, when you have your
Okay,
period.
cool, yes. But for me, I've always understood this thing of, not necessarily understood the dynamics of it, but I've always knew that at some point girls do go through menstruation period, you know, because I grew up with 5 girls at home, 5 sisters, and I was the only guy. So my older sisters, you know, I used to see, you know, that, okay, for example, for pads, you know, they were bought regularly, you know, and at times, you know, I got to understand that, like, why are you looking at me like that?
So
But I knew that, you know, like, pads were bought regularly, you know, and at the same time, it was always that they were always assisting, you know, the one who was younger in that case. You get my point? But it was never something that was spoken about, let's say, when we were sitting in the lounge, you know, whereby even my father will hear, or, you know, but you could tell that in the room they were speaking about that, or you will hear one saying to the other one, when you go to the shop, please bring me pads. I think it's the time of the month. So then I will pick up, okay, menstruation, you know. But I don't remember, even in school, we were never taught about menstruation, you know. So then, because for me, I kind of understood that my own sisters are doing this thing, I really didn't have sort of a negative attitude towards it, you know. But growing up, school, high school, and varsity, you know, you could see that the guys kind of had an attitude, like they didn't know much about it, or it was like, nah, man, so what must we do? But we go through this, you know. I mean, when you're with your girlfriend and then she starts menstruating,
Then what?
you can't be like,
Yeah, but I feel like when you're the proudest when you go to the shop and buy new pads.
oh yes.
You can't...
I think to any guy who's watching, you know, the greatest moment to do in a shop is to buy pads.
Yeah.
It's when when she takes the pads and she looks at you, she's like, taken, hey.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna buy them for your friends, so it's like, that's like, oh, he's taken, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't even ask, you know which brand you want. You know that they look at you like, wow, okay, taken.
Yeah. But I think, we didn't even define it. Mhlambi, there's a young boy here that doesn't know menstruation, period. You don't get on. It's basically something that happens once a month to ladies. Yeah, Manditi girls, even girls now from 13 years old, some other people have their period already, and until puberty, like when you're old and stuff.
For me, I have questions that I want to ask because I've never asked those questions about menstruation. Like,
bring it on.
When it goes through that process of menstruation, like, does it hurt?
It hurt. Okay.
Like, does it hurt like, ouch? Or does it hurt like, There's no difference, but does it hurt? I've always wanted to ask that, but you can't just rock up when someone asks.
Do you know what? The thing with periods is that before you have the period, it hurts, like the cramps.
Okay. In the stomach.
Yeah, like below the stomach, the cramps, and it just hurts. Okay. It's not nice. By the time you get the period, it's not that much. But there are other people, like as ladies, we differ. Some people before kuraf, and then when the period is there, it's like, okay. Like when it's not a big deal. But some other people, even during the period, that's why you'd find girls usually have hot water bottles. What do you call this?
So like, where does it hurt? Like it hurts the stomach or in the
below
like
the
on
stomach.
The abdomen. Okay.
Abdominal.
Yeah.
You get,
so it doesn't hurt.
Again, you get abdominal pains.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So it doesn't hurt on the.
It doesn't hurt. It's like when you get a scratch and blood's coming out.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Oh, so
more than it's the scratch.
Yeah. So it's the abdominal that hurts.
You only get abdominal pain.
So
that's the only thing. And I think the other thing is that it's uncomfortable. Like for example, you could make me laugh. While I'm laughing, I can feel it.
Oh, okay.
You see? Yeah.
You can start splitting.
I feel.
I'm asking. You see, this is the thing. We're trying to ask these questions and you guys make us feel bad. Then when we're ignorant, you guys are like, you guys are so ignorant.
Yeah, it
sorry if I'm making any lady uncomfortable.
It goes out, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and yeah.
So how long does it last?
It varies per person, but periods usually last for 5 to 7 days. Some other people.
I think someone in the comment section should also give the answer to this. I don't trust this one. Because I think at times she doesn't want to play, so she's like, no, it's not over, but you're like...
No, some people, it's supposed to last 2 to 3 days, but because even the different types of foods we eat and stuff, some other people last 5 to 7 days.
Okay.
Yeah? Because like when I grew up, I used to have issues with my period. It would last 2 weeks and that's not right.
Oh.
You end up losing too much blood.
Oh,
and then I had to be hospitalized because of that.
So is that real blood?
It's real blood. It's your blood that you have.
Because isn't it like weak blood?
Okay,
because I've seen the blood, you know. Because I still remember in school, I sat next to a girl, and then she started, you know. But when she got up, when I looked in the chair, it was not like I could see like it was red, but it's not like the blood, like that's like strong, you know.
You get
and
you get light flow, heavy flow.
Oh.
It's different in medium flow. Hence, you even find that if you do not wear pads, people wear tampons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you find tampons, they're small, medium, large. It depends on the type of flow that you do have.
Okay, so that's the difference between tampons and pad. Because now I'm also asking as a father, since we have a daughter, you know, and in a few years she'll start, you know, going through that process.
I can't wait.
So I'm kind of trying to find the information, yeah?
Actually, we always go for pads because it's easier, because for the tampons one, you have to insert it in your vagina.
Oh, okay. So
it has to go in. Yeah, but for playing sport, I once wore it once because I didn't have pads and I was in Cape Town. I had to wear a tampon, and for sports and stuff, tampon is better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but for children, I guess, always start with pads rather. Yeah,
okay.
And there's also different types of brands like Always, Lilith, and etc. But for you, I'll always say that don't buy the scented ones.
Oh yeah, unscented and scented. What's the difference?
It's like ukubane, like the scented one has like ukubane spray type of ice.
Oh, okay.
Like it will smell vanilla and stuff, but there's not supposed to be.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
So unscented.
Yeah. Also, like I think even that thing like abazali, they never speak about this topic until you have the period. Because when I had it, I was at a swimming competition, and while I was about to swim, I was like, surprise. Yeah,
okay.
So I didn't know what to do. I went home and I told my mother about Ndiafa.
So you didn't even swim?
I didn't even swim. But apparently you don't get...
Since we're speaking about swimming, this is the 1 hour and 21 for swimming.
Yeah, guys, I have like
swimming like
20 days.
2006, bro, grade 2. Joking.
So it's that type of vibe.
Okay.
And then my mother told me that from now on, when you have a period, you mustn't sleep with guys because you can get pregnant. It's going to come once a month if it does happen, and you cannot be telling your friends that you have a period and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know why they always made it a secretive thing.
I was gonna ask, like, why do you, especially, like, why do you as girls feel ashamed when you're going through that process?
I think it's just the way that you
it's the stigma around it.
Yeah, stigma around it. There was a girl who used to, whenever it's that time of the month, we knew that her skirt was going to be red, and people used to tease her for that. While I didn't understand why should it be a laughing stock, because it's a normal thing. But I think we should be speaking about this more often, because you will have kids who are girls, and what does the father do?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like, how do we take away the guilt around it?
Yeah.
Like, I still remember even in school, like, a girl, she started crying because she was going through menstruation. And for us as guys, it was like, why is she crying? Isn't this thing supposed to be natural to them? Well, but, something, how do we take away the guilt from that? Because it seems like there's a lot of guilt around it. Like, there's a lot of shame around it, around you girls. Like,
I think it's also because the guys don't understand. Like, they make as if it's a shameful thing. I guess as parents or as people, we need to educate our brothers, our sisters about this. Like, this is a normal thing to speak about.
Because for me, so remember, maybe I think even like childhood experiences, they do sort of decide how you're going to react with us. So it was me and my sister and my uncle. And we were getting off the taxi. I didn't see what necessarily happened, but I just saw my uncle taking his blazer, and then my sister was putting it on. So I only realized at home, she was like going through menstruation. But the way that my uncle was so chilled about it, and as we were walking, we were just still talking. So maybe that's where I started having a healthy understanding about it. But as I'm growing older now, I could see there's still a lot of shame around it. I still feel
I don't know. I think it's a cultural thing. I don't know. It might, like, we can disagree, but at the same time, there's also panty liners.
Okay.
Panty liners is something that it's smaller. It's a smaller pad than the pads one, and it's lighter. Okay. It's something that you wear like every single day, just in case sometimes it just comes earlier.
So do your days change? Or you have certain days?
No, you check your cycle. There are even apps now, people you can download on your phone that to check your cycle, like when will you go on your period. But you can, like,
even to young girls.
Even to young girls.
So even like once a child starts, every month they're doing it.
Yeah, when it's different for a child who starts, you have to see the first or 2 months, and then you're like, she's like in between or month end. For example, I knew, but my cycle comes month end. If it does, it will fall on the first week of that coming month. So you do monitor that as a parent, but there must always be pads. And I guess it should be something, even in your car there should always be pads. Even in your class there always should be pads, because you don't know.
So like to girls who are 13 who starting, use the same pads as like your, like for your 29-year-old.
Yeah, it's the same pads.
So these pads, also Buhle can use these pads?
Yeah, she can use it.
Okay.
You can use it. But
so there's no like pads for children and pads for adults?
Not as I know of, but I know that there are sizes.
Oh, okay.
Like in terms of, Ulilets doesn't have sizes, but you'd find, let's say, always will have a large, like accommodating also the size of people. Large size. Obviously you will look at Buhle, is she a small, and then you'll go for a small. Yeah. And then there's different types of pads. You'd even find, if I have a child, like maternity pads. There's also for that, like when you give birth, and then do it like so
alright, so now I'm done asking for the child. I'm asking now for the adults. Like if we like, what's the we can't have sex when you going through that?
No.
When you can't have sex when you're going through that, I'm asking you that.
No, I get here's the question. Do you want to have sex during sex? Answer that.
Do you want to have sex during sex?
Do you want to have sex during my period?
No, but I want to know why as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why people want to have sex. I want to know that why. So that next time I can be informed. I don't want, because now it's like No, I think she's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm ready.
But
I want to know why.
He's so naughty.
So why?
I think there's, from what my mother taught me and stuff, that it's apparently dirty blood. Like, it's dirty blood that's coming out of your vajayjay. And I think there is a scripture in the Bible, if I'm not sure, I'm not sure where, but it does say, like, when it's that time of the month, you're not supposed to, like, have intercourse.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's dirty blood which is coming out.
So even as a woman, you won't be comfortable during that period. Okay. No, that's what I wanted to know.
Except for that, it will just make things messy and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
No, that's what I wanted to know. Like, it's not like I wanted to have sex during, but I wanted to have the why, like to say, no, not the why, the reason why I don't have it. So there is, like, it can be messy, and apparently there's scripture.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'll look for that scripture. If I do find it, I'll find it down below. But I know you'll have to on the comments, down below the comments, and I don't know, man, like, but basically that is a period thing, and I think we should be the ones changing the narrative and making it a normal thing. It's like when you're speaking to a boy about periods, they're like, we should speak about it. It's a normal thing, because, and I feel like now, even as ladies, we haven't spoken that enough. You would find that, but okay, when I'm going through, like, during my, like, period pains, that my flow is heavy and I'm going through, like, so much pain, and also find out someone will tell you, but how about if you speak about, how about you use yoni and don't, you know?
They give you advices.
They give you advices.
You guys are going through this?
We're going through the same thing. So I feel like we should speak about these things, so that maybe the help that I could get is also from you. But also, it's very important how you eat as well. For example, when I have my period, you can't be buying me chocolate and dairy products.
Sure.
Because the more I eat dairy products, chocolates, and the more my period gets heavier.
Because I saw a post on Twitter saying that you must buy chicken licken and Powerade and Halls and chocolate. And it was posted by a guy, and he says it works all the time with my girl. So I started screenshotting, because guys were like, thanks, bruh. So no chocolates, but chicken licken goes.
I don't even like chicken licken. What chicken licken? Oh, I'm thinking of chicken livers.
No, man, chicken licken.
Yeah.
He was saying it's the solution to just, that's how you just show kindness to your girl.
Yeah. Some other girls also, like, we like being clingy during that time.
Oh, okay.
Like,
because the problem with guys, the more you just clingy, they think something else. No, we're not okay.
No dairy products, ice cream, milk, yogurt, and everything. If I eat it, you must know that my flow is going to be heavier.
Oh, okay. So I must, like, don't eat it.
But you must.
Let me eat it for you.
Knowing you're gonna be. Don't shout it, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think also another way to make it to be more of a healthy conversation, this thing of menstruation, it's more like even us as older men to speak to younger boys about it.
Yeah.
So that we can make it cool to them. Like, no, listen, if you see a classmate going through this, don't give her funny looks. Don't make her feel guilty. You can even borrow her your blazer. We're not gonna kill you, you know. So, okay, I know I'm surrounded by a lot of young guys, you know, young boys, you know, because I do mentor young boys. So I guess it's one of the conversations I must have with them, you know, to say, just to educate, because I think at times the look that you can be given, like the look we give to women when they're going through menstruation, it's unfair. Or to young, it's like, you know.
And
so
also,
if you can,
sorry to cut. And then our skin, we usually have pimples when it's about that time of the month. And then, like, we just know about, it's that time of the month. Or some ladies here on the forehead. If you notice, some ladies use it's usually that time of the month.
Oh, okay. No, it's cool. Because, creating healthy talk around menstruation with boys and men.
Yeah, but I'm proud of you. You always buy me my pads and stuff, and you always feel proud, and it's a comfortable environment. But I think it's a matter of thing that even, like, with our kids, we should, like, in your households, let's speak about this. Let's educate them. I think this actually,
even if you have a boy child. Because your boy child does have friends who are girls. Or does attend school with friends who are girls.
Yeah, and I think also, apart from that, we also teach them the different types of brand. Please, down below, tell me which pads brand do you use? Do you use Lilith's, Always, and etc.? And what are the benefits? Maybe a guy here can learn something or two from that as well.
Or at the same time, like, when you're going through that time, what do you use to make things Because I heard you speaking about what hot bottle.
Yes, hot water bottle. When I put it down there, it's very nice. Like at my abdominal pain.
So next time you're going through menstruation, I will just run for water bottle.
Not just hot water bottle and the cuddles and like
hot water bottle.
It's good. It's good to keep warm and stuff. And you just need a lot of loving. And we don't like being at work during that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stuff.
Unfortunately. I'm not your boss.
One day I will be. But I'm glad that we've had this. We've never spoken about.
No, man. I've learned something. So I guess I can take the positive attitude I have and just give also to other chance out there.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think as well, it's like also relating to a thing, but as much as we speak our periods to young boys and etc. Even this thing we always also like to think that purity should be told by girls but not to boys.
Yes.
Even such topics we should speak about purity even to do young
purity
boys.
is not only for girls, it is for all the guys.
Period is not for only girls, it's also for guys to speak about. Did you get that? Snap. Did you get that?
I got that.
You didn't.
I passed that to you.
You said purity is not for girls. It's not for girls only. It's also for boys. Periods are not for girls only. It's only for boys to speak about. Snap.
Oh, man.
But guys, basically that's what we're speaking about today. What do you think? Should we make it more of a norm to speaking to young boys, to boyfriends, to, like speaking about this topic?
Yes, man. I mean, it does. It's the fact that it's an uncomfortable conversation says a lot about it.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to be an uncomfortable conversation. It's not supposed to be a conversation where we're like, why are we speaking about it? Because it's a natural thing that happens, you know. So thank you very, very much. And I can touch it. I can even put it here. Like Savannah.
Thank you guys. Peace.